thank God he came himself. A comment on one of our videos recently read, "Stop with the nonsense, your God is useless." It reminded me of what people said to Christ when he was on the cross. "Thou that destroyest the temple and buildest it in 3 days, save thyself. If thou be the Son of God, come down from the cross." Matthew 27, verse 40. Taking no offense at their mockeries, Christ prayed for them, saying, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." Luke 23:34. Before the cross, when the Samaritans denied him entry into their land, it is said that James and John were so upset that they said, "Lord, wilt thou that we command fire to come down from heaven and consume them, even as Elias did?" Luke 9:54. It is written, "But he turned and rebuked them and said, Ye know not what manner of spirit ye are of. For the Son of Man is not come to destroy men's lives, but to save them." And they went to another village. Luke 9:55-56. Reading the book of Acts, one may have the same feelings of indignation and frustration as James and John, and feel like commanding fire to come down from heaven to consume the oppressors of Paul and Silas, for example, and crying with a loud voice, saying, "How long, O Lord, holy and true, doest thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on earth," meaning our oppressors. See Revelation 6, verse 10. In Antioch, Paul was dragged out of the city, stoned, and left for dead. See Act 14, verse 19. In Macedonia, Paul and Silas were arrested, beaten bloody, and jailed with their feet fastened. In Thessalonica, Brother Jason, who had hosted them, was dragged before the judges. Paul and Silas had to flee by night to Berea. See Acts 17, verse 10. But the Jews from Thessalonica came and kicked them out. See Acts 17, 13-14. Paul had to flee again. I'm sure that left to himself, Paul would have commanded fire to come down from heaven to consume his oppressors. Praise the Lord, his spirit didn't let him, because Christ's desires are contrary to those of the flesh. See Galatians 5, verse 17. A sinner like me would have come down from the cross to show those mockers and punish them. Those who would have tried to slap and spit on me, see Matthew 26, 67-68, would have died immediately. Also, I would have refused to be crucified for such ungrateful and hateful people. That's why, while unbelievers mock by saying things like, "Where is your Jesus?" as in 2 Peter 2, verse 3-4, believers tremble in their stead, being aware of the holiness of God and their own sinfulness. They are full of admiration and adoration for Christ, who, being in the form of God, thought it not robbery to be equal with God, but made himself of no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men. And being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross. See Philippians 2, verse 6-8. To save his sheep, many of whom were among his oppressors. God himself had to come save man, because saving a sinner is like raising a corpse. See Ephesians 2, verse 6. Come to Christ.